Well, hello. How are y'all doing today? I wanted to take just a minute and talk about Senate Bill 17 currently going through the state capitol right now. On Monday, the Senate passed along party lines Senate Bill 17, and I want to talk about what that really means to us now, and also cover a couple other points. So basically, Senate Bill 17 will give us the right, those that have concealed carry permits, to be able to open carry in the state of Texas. We're one of only 6 states that doesn't have that right now, but does offer a concealed carry option. It's really important, obviously, that we understand where we're at and what we can do to help it along. If you're not familiar with Texas law, basically in this situation, there was a committee in the Senate that went ahead and took a look at the bill, and they drafted the bill and were able to make any adjustments to the bill. Then it becomes voted on. Once voted on, then and passed, it'll go over to the House. Now, the state House has an opportunity to go over it, and they can make any adjustments they want, and then they can vote on it. Chances are this bill is going to pass along party lines. However, if there's any changes made to the bill in the House, then it will have to go back to the Senate for reapproval. So this isn't something that's going to happen tomorrow. I know many of you out there are looking forward for that opportunity to go out and open carry, but once again, it's going to take a little while for this to happen. Not only that, there's other moving parts as well. So where we're at right now is basically sit and wait. It's the first step in a process, but Texas has been through this on several occasions, but it looks like this time it's got a full head of steam. The other point I want to make is kind of interesting. I don't understand why the Democrats have decided to blame the elderly for making this law something that shouldn't be carried out or shouldn't be approved. Their argument is right now the elderly or older people are going to be going into maybe the local Walmart or the local Whataburger, and they're going to be intimidated by the number of guns that they see on people's side or where, wherever they decide to carry them. Obviously, that's not true. I mean, right now, if you checked many of our elderly, they're probably carrying just as well as any other citizen in Texas. So I think by using that argument that we're going to create intimidation, that people are going to walk around and not go shop or go and do their normal daily business just because they see guns, is probably not the best way to argue this point. I strongly recommend, Democrats, if you want to change this, that you go with a different tactic, because that's obviously not going to work. The third point I want to make is, if we're going to get this done, we got to get it done right. And, there's organizations out there that have weekly rallies that we're going to go open carry our rifles and our shotguns, which is legal in Texas. But they're also going to go out and defy what we currently have as law, and they're going to open carry their pistols. Now, we need to get a little bit smarter in how we go about making this law happen. So there's a few people out there that have been on television that appear to be a bit radical, and I bet you, if the Democrats were a little smarter, they could probably use that tactic against us and shut down the ability to carry your firearm open carry just from that alone, because it has gotten where a few people are really going to ruin it for a whole bunch. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we just got to get a little bit smarter at how we're going to go about carrying this through. And I know there's people out there that strongly are for the right to bear arms. I mean, obviously, the gentleman right back there helped make that possible. And obviously, it's stood for a couple hundred years, but we've got to get a little bit smarter at how we do this. And don't go out there and become one of the crazies and push it in an effort because you want it, but you want it so bad, you may actually negatively impact the rest of us, because we basically become those press clippings that everybody's going to read prior to the final vote. Now, in Texas, we have Governor Greg Abbott, great guy, former Attorney General, and he supports it. If it gets to his desks, he's saying he's going to sign it. And obviously, we're all going to look for him to uphold that bit of what he stood for during his campaign, so we look forward to that. That's really all I got to say. Just go out there, let's be smart about it, let's be hopeful that it passes. If you decide to open carry or if you decide to conceal carry, really that's up to you. And that's your choice, but it should be a choice that Texans have. Have a great day.